stickers. I know you want me to use stickers. I don't feel like it right now on this stream. Okay. See if we're showing up right away. We absolutely are. Okay. So for this one, I don't literally have anything but how we are going to work this stitch. So let me get this out here just a little bit more. Just like this. Okay. So what size hook am I using here? It is a size G. It's a size G, 4.25 millimeter. So we're going to take this strand, wrap it over like this, and we're making, I call it the love expression love knot stitch. So what I'm going to do is expand the stitch like this, then we pinch between. So we're making extended loops, and then we work a single crochet between. So we make them about however long you want to, ½ inch, however long, but this is how we make them. It's a really beautiful stitch, just like this. Pull it apart like that, and then single crochet. So pull the loop up like this, yarn over, pinch, and then we are working between like this. And so this is how lacy the stitch is, just like this. So we're pulling it up like that, single crochet. So now it takes me a little bit. I have to really get them to, I have to practice at it a little bit to get the stitches the same and consistent. And so the thing is, maybe you want to practice on this stitch a little bit before you get to go into town on it, truck it on into town on your stitches there. And so this is where it is, right like that. Okay, and then single crochet, pull it up like that, pinch it apart, and then single crochet just like that. Okay, so now if we want to turn, what we're going to do is we're going to go, now we need to keep in mind that we need to have something here at the side. So what we are going to do is work between the stitches. And so we find a space right here and then work a single crochet like that. So it just depends on how you want to work your stitches. Then work another single crochet. So we have 3 of them that are secure together just like that. This is all the higher we go up at the side, so this is kind of equal to a single crochet. That's what it's sort of equal to. Now what we do is we pull our stitch up like this, about a ½ inch, and I like to make some of these kind of fat and chunky like that. Pinch them apart and then work a single crochet. So this is called the love knot. It's also called, well, it's called whatever you want to call it. Now I'm not going to go in this same stitch. I'm going to skip over this one and work over here. I'm going to work a single crochet and then a single crochet. So then this one is going to be tight down. So you can see how it's filling in right between here. It's not tugging too tight or anything like that. It's just kind of even with the row like that. And so it's not, I kind of like this one. You know, you can work them with double joints, but this is more of single joints. And so I'm going to pull it up like this, about a ½ inch or so, inch, ½ inch, however long you want to. I'm going to pinch between, yarn over, pull through, keep it separate like that, work a single crochet. And now we're not going to work in this loop. We already have a single crochet up here. We're going to skip over and work in the next loop. We're going to work a single crochet, and then in the next loop we will work a single crochet just like that. And so we've still got it pretty flat there because we're, you know, the stitches are supposed to do what they do. So you can see when we lay it down, it's It is curling a little bit right here, so maybe we could make these a little bit looser if we wanted to. Yeah, let me make it a little bit looser and see if I can loosen it up a little bit like that. Work a single crochet, and now we are going to work on each side of this next single crochet, just like this. Okay, now let me see how I'm going to work my last stitch. Because I do need to work one more. We're going to work a single crochet. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do something that just looks decent because it blends in so much you can't even really tell. So I think that's going to work. I hope it's going to work. That's what I always do, is hope that it's going to work, because it blends in so much that I really just can't tell where I started, where I ended, and where I began. That's what I end up with. And so the premise of how to do the stitch is in here. So now I'm down here, which that's not good for me to really be down there like that. I need to be up here. So I need to kind of step it up from down here to up here somehow. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to step it up here like this, and yarn over, pinch apart like this, and work a single crochet like that. I'm going to flip these guys on around like that. And what I'm going to do here is work a single crochet on each side of, well, no, we're going to do a single crochet right there. Do I want to keep doing it that way, or do I want to actually cross over that one? So if I'm going to cross over that one, I need to do it a little bit different if I'm going to stagger my rows. So I really think that I should be staggering my rows is what I should be doing. So yes, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it right here instead, like that, single crochet right there, and then this will cross me over here. And so I'm going to work this knot stitch right here like this, knot stitch. Now I'm going to skip over this part because we're staggering them. Oh wait, if I do that though, oh, okay. Did I mess up? I could have messed up, but I'm not positive. Maybe I should have done 2 instead of 1. Well, let me just continue doing it how I was doing it. So what I'm going to do is just work them on each side and see what happens. Because I haven't done anything like this before. Let's just see what happens here. But this is teaching how to do the knot stitch anyway. You guys are learning how to do the knot stitch, even if I don't have a pattern that makes complete sense at this point, that I'm not sure that if it will actually work or not. But this is how you do things to figure out if it will work or if it won't work. Okay, so I do need to work in here like this on each side of my previous set of stitches. I think that it will work, probably. We'll just see if it'll work or not. It actually looks really pretty though. I might have a big blob right over here, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I like how it looks because it just blends in so well. It's just lacy looking. You know, so this is one of those that is really, really forgiving when it comes to creating crochet. You can just have a little blob here and a little blob there, and it just works. Okay, so let's pull this up a little bit like that, and single crochet like that. And then we're just going to work a single crochet on each side of our previous set of stitches, just like this. And I don't want to take away too many though, because if I take away too many, then I end up with it curling, and I'm afraid that's what I've got going on right now, is too much curling, but I'm not positive yet. So I might have to do something a little bit different on my next row, but we're just going to blob this one up a little bit. Okay, we're going to pull that out and work a single crochet. So this is showing how to do the stitch, even though I don't actually have a pattern. This is showing how to do the stitch. It's not not necessarily about a pattern. I don't have a pattern that I'm actually using. I'm just showing how to do the stitch. So single crochet, and then we're going to work a single crochet here in the side like this, and then turn. It's still really pretty though. Do you see that? I mean, it's just blends everything on in together. Really, really nice. I don't have a pattern that I'm following. I'm just blobbing all these stitches in together and putting them in close together. I know what I should do. Let me think. Hello? Hello? Who have we got here? George Donaway, 4031. Hello, George Donaway. Okay, I'm going to get top chat up here. Georgette Donaway. Georgette Donaway. Okay, Georgette Donaway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this apart and see if I can't do... I want to keep working on it and see if I can't do something that actually looks like something. I think that what I need to do is probably... I'm not sure what I need to do right now. I would it's going to have to make my brain think. And people on the internet don't like it when I make my brain think, because then I think about things that are important. This is not important. Crochet is not important. I have learned that on the internet, that absolutely this is not important at all. So I'm sitting here looking at this. Let me see how many loops I have here. 1, 2. So I'm doing something that's not important today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me do one more. Let me get 10. And so I'm going to make something. I hope this makes sense. I hope this one will make sense. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to... Yeah, I need to pull a loop up like that, and then I'm going to work a single crochet right here like this. And I think that I've done this before. So what I'm going to do this time is a little bit different, and it is going to work because I have done this before. This will be somewhat of a pattern, and we're going to have 10 stitches on each row. So I'm going to work the knot right here like that, single crochet. We're going to pull this up like that. We're going to knot. We're doing knots like this. We've got 2 of them right here. So I want to skip this one, and we're going to work a knot. We're going to work a knot right here. Almost sounds like a nut. These nuts. Okay, and so we're going to keep doing this, and so then we end up with these big loop-de-loos in here. Do we see that? They look like oh, look, they look like eyeballs. Oh, look at... Oh my gosh. Look at... Oh my gosh. Look at what we got. That's hilarious. Okay, we got a mouth right there. Do you guys... Yes, you should be able to see that. Look at the mouth. We got a mouth right there and 2 eyes. We made a crochet, just that simple. We made a little emoji thing. You see that? Look at that. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is pull this up like that. I'm going to pull it up like that. Single crochet, pull up, pinch, and single crochet. And now we're going to skip 1, 2. We're going to skip over this knot. We are going to work a single crochet and a single crochet, just like that. So we've got 2 of them. Oh my gosh, they look like faces. How much fun is that? I can make them talk, and you know what? We're going to have fun with this in AI a little bit later. I wish I could take some of my physical, real-life images and somehow put them in and overlay them in with something like this, and so that this ends up on the side of a building, and it's like a talking emoji face somehow. That would be sort of cool. I don't know how I would do that, but I know we were talking about... What were we talking about? Packages or something earlier, and yeah, some guy showed back up again who he hadn't been around for a while, and Well, he was kind of new, actually, new on the scene related to something that he was doing, and he was kind of a fun little guy. He showed me a picture of himself, is what he did. Oh, am I going to mess up? So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, what did I do wrong here? If I have to end up with 10, though, and it seems like I'm not going to end up with 10. Let me just keep this going. Or should I have done an odd number? I'm not sure now. That's why I like to draw this out. If I was going to draw, I'll show you when I'm done how I would draw this out. Okay, single crochet, single crochet. Now I only have one at the side. What did I do wrong? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need to do 11 in order to do 10. Or did I screw up? Did I skip over one? Where did I mess up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to do, in order for this to work, I have to do 11. Okay, so I need to pull out. That's what I need to do, is pull out, start over again. I need to pull out and start over again and add one more knot in order for this to work. And then I'm going to repeat it because I want it to work. Okay, so no, we need to pull you out too, and then just do one more. Now we need to take our single crochet out right there. Okay, and then do one more like this, and then I think this should work. Okay, so single crochet. Oh, I know what I can do. Wait. Okay, let me give this a try. So 1, 2. Okay, this one right here is going to be our edge. 1, 2. So then I'm going to skip, I think 4. I think I skipped 4. Yeah, this is what I've done before in the past. Okay. I think this will work. So this is going to be the one on the edge right here like that. So I've got 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to pull up. So this is still showing how to do the stitch, even though I don't have a pattern that makes any rhyme or reason right now. And so I'm working on the double. I'm doing doubles. Now I'm skipping this loop and working in this loop. So I'm working on each side. 1, 2. So this should work. I hope it works. This one looks a lot larger than this one. Now if I want to even them up, I'd have to make them both about the same size. So let me pull up on you right here like this. Let's make you a little bit larger. That's 1. We'll pull up. We're going to pull up and pinch. So we're working on the love knot right here. It's kind of a fishing, it's sort of a fishing net type of a stitch. This still looks like it's not going to work. What the hell am I doing wrong? Okay, I didn't figure my multiple. No, I sure didn't. Wait a second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have even less this time, which I knew I would have less because I shortchanged here on the edge. 6. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so see, this is why people who crochet tend to throw yarn across the room when you can't figure something out. As simple as, oh yes, we're going to figure this out. Okay, so we're going to work on each side of this knot like this. This is going to work. So we're just going to have one less one is what's going to happen. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8. So these at the top are loose. I was going across, did I go across? I was supposed to be going across 2. Okay, so these are really loose up here at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And then technically yeah, this is right because we have opposing. So these are quads. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have opposing quads. And we have a knot opposing each one of these. That's what I have to do, a knot opposing each one of these. And so I do have a knot on this side right here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to knot in this stitch. Okay, I'm going to knot in that stitch right there like that. And so that told me that I have an extra knot there. I do. I have an extra knot there that I really don't need, but I'm just going to work in it anyway right now. And because I like doing this stitch, so I'm going to do a knot here. I'm going to work a knot right there, a knot, and another knot like that. Okay. So how do I want to do this? So I'm working across opposing. And I still want to oppose the knots, so we're doing quads. Okay, so I want to knot, and knot. Because I know I've done this before. Okay, so let's do a knot right here. I'm going to work in this knot. So this edge has kind of a single crochet edge on it, where this one might eventually, it just doesn't right now. It might eventually. We'll see what happens. This just still shows how the stitch is done though. Okay, we're working a knot, and then we're working a second knot, which is a single crochet. And so this would still make a really crude fishing net as far as that goes. Now I can work on each side if I want to, or I can just work in these previous knots. I don't know what I want to do right now. How about I just work in these knots right here like this and see what happens? 1 and 2. If you're making a fishing net or something, you might want to do it a little different from how I'm doing. Oh, I like that. So we have opposing. Yeah, fish would actually, tiny fish would actually get through this, but larger fish would probably get caught in it if we're making a fishing net. But it's a bona fide real fishing net though. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up like that. And so then I'm going to work a single crochet. So if you have a giant crochet hook and you want to make fishing nets, you could make a giant fishing net with a crochet hook. You really could. Okay, and then knot, like that. And so that works. That really does work. And so it kind of looks like a butterfly sort of too. It's really pretty. I would spend a little bit more time. I used to have patterns for this, but I don't anymore right now. I think I used to have it. I'll show you. Let me stop and I'll show you. I got hair. I crocheted my hair in here. I did. I crocheted my hair in there. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to show you how I would make a pattern though. I'm going to show you how I would write it out. So the only thing that I'm going to do is, for example, if I wanted, okay, here's the X is a single crochet, and then loop, and then loop. I put an X in between, and then an X here, right there. So the X is a single crochet. And so then I have the ones between like this, and then X, there's the knot. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. For this one that I'm working on, this is exactly how I would do the chart. Loop, loop, X, X down here, loop, and loop. And then we have an X right here. So I'm doing 2 rows at the same time when I'm writing this out, because we have opposing X's right here. So I'm doing loop, loop, got an X between, X up here, a loop, and an X right there. So what is this telling me related to where I'm messing up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to do 6. So then to bend it over, I need to do 8. And then I need to work back in this stitch. I need to do a single crochet in this stitch and not work on each side. Maybe that's what I need to do, possibly. I'm not sure. I could try this. And let me see if following a pattern actually works this time. So I wrote up a little pattern. Now I know it works with my pen and paper because I can see that it works here. It looks pretty even. We have opposing X's right here. We have an X here, an X here, an X up here, an X up here, and then a loop on each side. And so I'm actually working inside of, but I really like it though, working in the loops though too. I wonder if that's where I'm messing up. So I would have to, on this first row, I have to do 8 in order to get 6. I have to do 1 single crochet. Okay, so let me give it a try again and see if I can get it down to 6. Well, technically, yeah, 6 loops. Let me see if I can do 6 loops instead. And it's going to be a little bit smaller this time, but it still teaches the stitch, even though I'm messing it up and I don't have a legitimate pattern right now. And so, okay. So I'm going to take this out. My hair is stuck in it. That's something I've always done, is crocheted my hair in the pattern. And I bet if you ask other ladies, they've done the same thing. I'm pretty positive they have done the same thing that I have. And it's like I gotta get that hair out of there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start off here like this. And I am going to 1, 2. So I'm going to work a single crochet here on the edge first, just like that. I'm going to do a single crochet. So I have, hopefully, wait a second. If I'm going to bend them over though, I said I have to do, okay, let's just do a single crochet for good measure right there. And so we're going to do 8. So I need to do 8 knots. Okay, so that's 1, or that's, yeah, or 8 knots, 8 loops, 2, 3, hang on, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so what I'm going to do is bend it over like I did. I'm hoping I'm getting opposing to turn it into quads. And so this one, so I have 1, 2, I think I have 9. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochet. Okay, so that's probably what I need, is 9. So I have 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, why do I have 10 here and only 9 here? Okay. Okay, let's just go with it and see what I end up with. And what I have on paper is not happening with what I'm doing here on video right now. Okay, but I'm going to bend this over, grab a hold right here, and then work a single crochet right in here like this, like that. Okay, so I'm working just in the center, so this is what I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining. It should, it looks to me like it should work. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm just going to work right in the center of this stitch. Maybe this is what I did before. I'm thinking it probably was. Work a single crochet like that. This, okay, it's going to work this time. It looks like it's going to work. Okay. Single crochet, pull up, knot, single crochet. Now what we're going to do, it worked. Okay, we forgot our plus amount at the beginning. What a big brain fart there. Okay, it worked. Okay, so now we have opposing, we have our opposing quad system down here. We have 4. Okay, that's what I needed. That's all I needed right there was opposing. Okay, so this time what I'm going to do is pull up. I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to make a loop and then single crochet in here. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull up like that, pull through, and then work. I'm going to knot in here. I'm going to knot right in there, pull up, yarn over, pull through, and I'm going to knot right in there like that. And then I am going to work a single crochet in the next stitch. Look at it, it worked. Okay, I am so happy. I'm so happy my knots are working. Okay, my knots are working. Okay, single crochet. You guys are working right. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. My knots. Okay, we're gonna, okay, that knot's too tight. You're a little too tight, so we're gonna have to start over. That knot, that one was a little too tight. We have to loosen up a little bit so the knot can come out. Okay, and then we're working a single crochet like that. And skip over this one, and we're going to work a single crochet right in here. Pull up, and then yarn over, pull through, single crochet, pull up, yarn over, pull through, single crochet just like that. Now we're going to skip this knot, which is a single crochet, and we're going to knot in the next one. We're skipping one knot and we're knotting in the next one, like just like that. Oh, look how pretty that is. It is, it's working. I'm so happy. It's always helpful to have something quick that you can write on and then it starts working. And so I'm pretty positive that this is gonna, we can do many rows. So it's gonna be kind of like single crochet a little bit. And the single crochet is actually going to control these little bars in between here, in between each of these knots, is going to control the pattern. And so this is a bona fide pattern. So you can make a scarf or something. I like this. I like this one a lot. Okay, so we figured out how to make a pattern now of something that we're just dinking around with here. Yeah, we're having a little dinkling moment here. And let's go a little bit further and see how far we can take this and see what it looks like. Because this is the object of lace, is for it to have a little bit of control here and then looseness right here. And that's what makes it really pretty. We have our controlled bars right here, and then we have a little loose knots in between here. They're opposing. We have our opposing knots that are flying free, and these knots are right together. We have 6 of them there, like that. And there's a, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I made a dress. Just to be able to make it. Now my mother-in-law, for my daughter, she made the most beautiful dress. Called it Solomon's Knot. This was called Solomon's Knot. It's also called the Love Knot or just the knot stitch. You know, so if you don't want to. Kind of like Solomon's song, Solomon, S-O-L-O, Solo Man, S-O-L-O, Solo, Solomon is Solo Man. Oh, you guys are going to take this and run with it. I know you will. You know what I'm talking about, the Solo Man. Okay, the opposing solo. Okay, Solomon's knot. And this is why things tie in together and make sense to me. And it just drives me nuts and drives me insane when some, oh, don't make sense of any of this. It's like, okay, why am I the one who has to make sense of it? Because it makes sense to me related to trends. And, oh, you want to hear something quite interesting? I was on this website yesterday. There is a brand new hotel. I'm not even sure if it's released out on the market yet or not, or if it's even been built. It's called Trends. There's a brand new hotel that's going to be called Trends. I'd never heard of it before, but it's something, I don't know if it's just something that's being thrown around or if it's something that's really going to be built. It's just, it's just kind of funny though to see that there's a brand new hotel that it's called Trends, and so um, it it kind of fits in with the times, with what we have in media and what we have with the direction of um, hotel chains, and see hotel chains. Well, we're working with chains right here: hotel chains, business chains, chain of events, chains of circumstances, break every chain, the religious aspect of things. And, that's why I have a hard time with the free flow. What do I call it? Free form, free flow, just kind of letting things change, how society, sometimes there's, what do we call that? The systemic things that just want to stay in place all the time and don't want to allow for listening to our society. No, let me be quiet and just keep crocheting and we won't. So this is, oh my gosh, I love this. This one I love. I totally love this one. So this is something I would turn into a scarf. This would make a beautiful scarf, actually. Just a very simple, lightweight scarf. I wouldn't use it for a blanket or anything like that. Maybe something within a lace tablecloth, possibly. Now, one of the things I will tell you about the knots, if you're using this for a tablecloth, yeah, it would, let me feel that. I have to feel it a little bit. So if you're trying to set a cup on here or something, or a glass of some sort, one of the hazards is that the edge of your cup is going to get in between here, possibly falling over. So if you have something really big and solid that you want to just set on here, that's going to be sitting there, going to work perfect. Like some kind of vase, some type of vase, a vase. No, it's a vase. Let's argue about vase and vase. Is it a vase or is it a vase? Could someone tell me, please? No, we're not going to tell you. Yes, we should tell you, but no, we just want to argue with you. We don't want to tell you that it's a vase or a vase. It's a ridiculous argument and a disagreement because technically it means the same thing. It's a vase and a vase. The vase just has a little swishy thing on the side of it to make it sound fancy in French or something like that. Vase, vase. Or is it vase? V-A-S-E. It could be a vase, right? And A-S-E. Vase is ace. A-S-E. Ace. A-S-E and A-C-E, right? Okay, what did we just do there? We had a big... I argued with myself. I had an argument with myself in my own brain. And so anyway... That's why I can keep track of things. Everybody says, oh, you're getting old. You shouldn't be able to keep track of this stuff. But you know what? The more I do this on the internet, the more I keep track of things, the more I remember things. And, what is it? I love this. I totally love this right now. This is, that's really pretty. And we've got these cute little skull, they kind of, I would maybe call this skull something or another because we've got these little faces in here. And that's what they look like. Faces. Or is it a face? F-A-C-E with a swishy thing on it. Is it a face or a face? Can you tell me? Which one is it? Do we want to argue about how we pronounce face? Is it face or foss? Face or foss? Dr. Fossey? F-O-S-S-I? It's a Fossey, F-A-C-E with a swish on it. No, we're going to argue about it, and we're going to make some ridiculous arguments on the internet because we're going to boost up our trends, and we're going to go over here, and we want these people over here. Well, oh. Okay, then everybody's upset and nobody wants to talk to anyone, right? Right. Okay, single crochet. We got that in there. And we are going to make our knots. We're going to knot. Or should I make it sound like nut? Okay, pull up, and we're going to do that. Single crochet, and we're going to nut in the next stitch. Like, I know that's the disgusting stuff that I got on TikTok this morning was some guy. It was so gross. It was, and it's like, do parents really want to have their kid having to listen to some selection popping up? You know, so they handed their kid their phone, and dad's been using it for something naughty. And then comes up this recommended sound bite on TikTok that is some dude who's pleasuring himself. That's what I got this morning. And it's like, wait a minute. I wasn't talking about any of this stuff at all, but it came up on my TikTok this morning. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? It came up on my TikTok of some dude, and it's like wanting me to use that as a background in I know what it is. It's that thing. Let TikTok take a picture of yourself and let TikTok pick the next song for you. And then it's some dude who's busting a nut into your daughter's face as a soundbite in the background. Is that what you want? That is so fucking disgusting. I can't tell you how I am disgusted for other people's kids, and you should be too. Not just me, you should be disgusted too. And then it could be some foreigner guy who's just a big old pervert from another country. And that's really pretty there like that. These are just the things I think about. I know that should I drop you another bombshell? No, let's not. Let's not. I know what it is, and they know what it is, and they know. There's no point. I don't need to say anything more. I do not need to say anything more. We both know together, and that's all that matters, and we don't need to say anything else about it. So anyway, the one thing I will say, I think the federal government has possibly gotten involved with my divorce. Maybe, I don't know for a fact, but I think maybe they have, but I'm not positive. I will say that much. If they have, I don't know. I have no idea if they have or not. I had always kind of hoped they would, but because to me it kind of made sense related to a lot of things that was taking place that the military and the government was asking, and it's like, well, I do have some answers for this because I understand how it works and how it doesn't work at the same time. And you know, the things that some of the guys had told me when I was at the other place that was a piece of dump trash heap of a transient living place, it was garbage. I mean, it was disgustingly garbage. And they told me, they said, well, we're going to take everybody out. He says, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take everybody out. And they're right. That's what they're doing. So it's almost like they just told me, you know, it wasn't like, and it's like, they just look like ordinary guys. They're like, we're just going to take everybody out. And I'm like, okay. They would just walk by. That's all they said. We're just going to take everybody out of there. Nobody's going to have anything when this is all said and done. I really believe them, you know, and it's like, well, you know, we can keep playing around and dinking around and stuff, but for their investigation purposes. And, you know, the other thing I kind of thought about too was back in the time of Facebook, when I was on Facebook before they kicked me off. someone there was like, I want to know what collateral damage. Well, I already know. They're like, someone was telling me, well, you're just FBI collateral damage, and I'm like, what the hell is that? What's the hell? What is that supposed to mean? I'm FBI collateral damage. What is that supposed to mean? So I lose my income 10 years before everybody else does? Is that FBI collateral damage, or what in the world's going on there? So you're just going to destroy incomes for people in your own country? Is that what's going on? I mean, I'm confused. What exactly is FBI collateral damage? And hopefully they're telling other people the same thing, that they're FBI collateral damage. So apparently the FBI has something to do with media. Is that what it is? I mean, does the FBI make themselves famous or something? Or is the FBI just celebrities? The United States government is, FBI is just celebrities? Is that what it is? Or what am I missing? Or did somebody just take something and take it out of context for their own purposes? One of the things I've been thinking about too, because I saw this thing come up about Kim Kardashian today and creating another network, and I'm like, why does this woman call herself an attorney? Because she's done absolutely nothing for civil rights whatsoever. She's just making herself famous. And I saw her say something about that they have a network. Oh, Kim Kardashian works for Disney. Kim Kardashian works for Disney. And so what she was saying is they were trying to compete with this other entity, and they were saying that, so they were saying that they weren't sure what was going on, where this other entity was getting a whole lot more views than what they're getting. So they have some kind of new network or something that they're doing related to Disney or their digital platform. And so it's not going off as, I know what it was compared to Netflix. So Disney is not doing as well as Netflix is right now. I heard Netflix is not even doing good. So I heard none of them are doing good. So Kim Kardashian is just, elevating her own self up to the top. And it's like, do they really think that we want to watch them? And it's like, this woman knows nothing about law. She might know a little bit about copyright, maybe, but they can keep their own stuff and they can leave their characters behind, because I'm thinking that someone else, doesn't Disney own their characters? So if it's true that the Kardashians are a Disney brand, then Disney owns the Kardashian brand. That's what I heard today. And when we go to the government website to look at who owns these trademark brands, I've never seen anything come up that says Disney owns the Kardashian brand. So this is that thing of conservators. There was another one of conservatorship that came up related to someone else the other day. Now I can't remember who it was, but it was just yesterday I saw it. It's kind of like Britney Spears. So conservatorship is kind of the same thing as owning a trademark brand. And so here we are. That does work. Absolutely, this does work. It works. So I was able to come up with a simple little pattern using the love knot stitch. And I would keep going with this. That would make a beautiful scarf. Absolutely beautiful scarf. Lightweight. You could wrap it around, or even a belt, a waist belt of some sort. It might get a little squishy as a belt, but but it would work though. I knew if I practiced enough. How long have I been on here? Not even an hour. 50 minutes. So I made a bunch of mistakes at the beginning. Just trying to get things to work. Then I finally got it to work. I made a little chart pattern, and then we are on our way to making a little scarf here. I think I've made a hat before. I used to have a hat because I had I called it the love knot hat, love stitch hat, I believe, or something like that. And then I put it over another hat. So we can make a circle out of this pattern too. That's for another video. I'll show how to make a circle out of this pattern and increase. So what I did was, I'll tell you what I did if you want to go to town on it, if you already know what I'm talking about here. So we make a circle and then we place it over top of another hat. And then that way you have a warm hat with this pretty design on top. So you could take this design and you could use any color underneath and mix colors and then have the most pretty hat, you know. So if you wanted to do some really wild contrasting colors, or gosh, if you just wanted to make squares and just plop them on your hat, or have one square like this, or however you wanted to do it, this could be the sort of a belt around the middle of the hat, you know, make your hat and then put this around as a belt. That would be it, you know. So, and then sew it together, sew it on your hat. Beautiful hat. So there's many different ideas and things. You know, hats are the things that I always found were the most easy making for crochet, that people liked. They were the most easiest. Even a bag, if you wanted to make a bag, because a hat easily turns into a bag. If you want to do something like that for yourself. Crochet does not sell though. It does not sell at all related to, it's not realistic to sell as something that you could put in a store because it takes too long. So it's an art. It's a bona fide art. And that's why people ask so much for it, because on that show Shark Tank, they were telling people, this was something I saw last year. There was this man who went on, he had granny square stuff onto the Shark Tank. And so he said what he did was he bought old granny square Afghans from secondhand stores, and then he would cut them up and turn them into clothes. So he basically had to rely on other people to make the granny square stuff, and he would find the Afghans in the granny squares inside of the stores, and then he would serger them together. So it seems to me to be kind of hit and miss related to his business. And so one of the guys told him, they said, well, what you're doing is more art. He says, you're asking such a huge, steep price. He says, if I was you, I'd just mark the price up higher and then call it an art. That I can't figure out. Why do you just mark the price up higher and call it an art? I mean, is that because you know realistically that it's not going to sell? Or are you laundering money through art? I mean, I've heard of that before. And that's why I've mentioned about the PDF documents too. So I think I'm going to end my video here at this point, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all the next time. Peace, love.